Hello, everybody, and welcome to my page, Messages from Venus. I'm at work. The light is right under my face. I don't know how to get it off. Let's see. Maybe if I sit over here. Yep, and I'm not editing. Nope. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Mercury retrograde for the entire year. I made a couple of notes. Now, you guys know that we're currently in Mercury retrograde. And I think it's going to last some time until like the 28th. If I'm not mistaken, of this month. Let me see. I'm going to Google it. Mercury retrograde. Let's see. January 2016. Until the 25th. So we basically been almost the entire month of January under the spell of Mercury retrograde. So from January 5th until the 25th, we've been experiencing Mercury retrograde and so on and so forth. So people are attaching to the wrong energy that Mercury retrograde is giving. People always talk about, let's see, I'm responding to messages, you guys, so y'all gonna have to wait a little bit. Messages. So people just focus too much on, oh, a lot of people are arguing, a lot of people, travel delays, don't start businesses, arguments, the past is always coming back to the present, the electronics stop working, people start losing things, like the air becomes very violent. Yes, but did you know that this is the best time to, in my opinion, oh, that's something else. Hello to all the new viewers or people that are just, people that are just not subscribed or just viewing my channel. The I'm still in the mood, but the energies right now are not for anybody to start a business. Don't ask for your gods and goddesses to do things too much for you. But if you're creating a business, if you're creating certain spells or spell packets, this is the time to create them because your ideas and your energies are coming in very quickly. Okay? Very, very quickly due to all the energies around from Mercury and other planets, because it's not just Mercury retrograde. Mercury is not the only planet that retrogrades during the year. It just has the most effect on people because this world, we're made up of communication technology, and so if our technology doesn't work, then things around us aren't going to work. People are going to get into fights, people are going to get aggravated. Beautiful, perfect. But I would not do any spells for, like, if you're asking for someone's destruction for a long period of time, this would not be the time to do a spell, because then once Mercury goes direct, then the spell or the power or the intent of the spell can possibly I don't know, could possibly, or the energy that, or the intent that you put in the spell can possibly go down. Now, that is not to say that you can't do that. I personally would not do a spell to hurt anybody during Mercury retrograde, but there are some individuals out there that just, oh my goodness, oh my goddess. And that's all I have to say. Like, they just don't. They don't understand the concept of not being annoying, not being an annoyance to anybody else's life or theirs. Let's see. And let's see. Um, I'll be talking about the planets in a different concept also, but I just want to talk about like in the aspect that everybody else sees it. Um, but I'll talk about the different aspects of Mercury and how not everybody sees Mercury or the other planets um, as a lot of people see them now. Um, if you are trying to align yourself, aka trying to ascend or trying to align yourself with the universe, because that's what ascension really is you're trying to align yourself with the universe, or you're trying to understand the universe, trying to be in motion with the universe, right? Mercury retrograde will be the perfect time to do that because the energies are so crazy. You can use or harness the energies during Mercury retrograde to speed up your ascension or to speed up your awakening of your third eye. The meditation is wonderful and it's great at this very moment in time because all these energies that you're, if you're looking at let me go back. If you're looking at the energies in a imbalanced or negative perspective, that's all you're going to get. You have to be able to see outside of the box, first of all, if you're going to be able to practice either alchemy or alignment or ascension of your soul with the universe and not be stuck into the matrix, or what people like to call the matrix, and activate your third eye. Don't get stuck in the mumbo jumbo of, oh my God, Mercury retrograde. And for those of you that are on YouTube and are constantly fucking mentioning this shit, what you should be doing is speaking to people about how they can harness the energy and use the energy. If you're trying to consecrate something, like let's say, for example, if you guys saw the video that I uploaded, Mary Scream, she's a YouTuber. She sent me a love mail package slash giveaway. I was a giveaway winner, and if you guys are, and I'm bugging the fuck out. If in this package there were crystals, there was candy, there were portraits. This energy for Mercury retrograde, what I'm using the energy is to consecrate my crystals. I'm using the energy to make the crystals more energized or more powerful. That is what I'm using the energy for. That is exactly what I did. So I consecrated and made them my own and gave them a home where in the place where I keep my crystals. I took them outside. I energized them. All the energy of Mercury retrograde, I cleansed them so they can be charged with my energy. I'm not trying to say that she has any negative energy, but if you're trying to consecrate or give yourself something, or someone gives you something such as a crystal, you want to make it your own, or such as a tarot card deck, you want to make it your own. Because not that the person who gave it to you's energy is unbalanced, it's just you want it to be aligned with you. You want it to give the crystal, the cards, the gift a home in your aura, in your atmosphere. So that's what I did. So this is perfect for that. If you guys are purchasing crystals, purchasing tarot cards, it's the perfect time to consecrate things. If you are an Etsy shop owner and you are making candles, or you are making what else did I do this weekend? If you're making your oils, perfect time to do that, in my opinion, because the energies are so crazy. Your energy and your vibration would also be powerful. And if you're already aligned or ascended, or your third eye is somewhat open, and how do you know that it's somewhat open? It's just your dreams are more clearer, whether the dreams are positive or negative. The energy, your aura feels a little lighter, believe it or not. Unless of course you're like around a lot of people and you're getting some type of attack. That's different. You're looking at different perspectives outside of what you were born into, or outside what your couple of strands of DNA tell you about yourself. You're looking further than that. That's part of ascension. If you are tapping into your creative noodles, or your creativity, painting, wanting to know more, just the mere fact that you want to know more is your third eye opening. People make it seem like it's this whole mumbo jumbo on some people on YouTube, and it's really not that serious. We all have a third eye. We all have that intent. We all have that aura. We all have that energy. All of us. Because we're all spiritual beings. We all have a spirit. Whether some people consider that to be true or not, again, like I said, everything that I put out on my channel is just what I've studied, my perspective, and my experience. I'm not going to put things out on YouTube or themes or things on YouTube just to spit out videos. I'm not. I'm gathering my notes. I'm speaking to you guys about it. I'm meditating about it. So before the first the first Mercury retrograde leaves and moves back into direct, I wanted to make a video about, you know, all the other times that Mercury is going to go retrograde and direct. So yes, those are some certain things. There's some of the things that you can do while Mercury is retrograding or is in the process of retrograding. Is tap into your creative noodles, charge your crystals, charge things. Especially if you're a witch, you don't have to be a newbie witch. You don't have to be a seasoned witch. You don't have to. Are you a witch? If you're a witch or you're someone that's tapping into, astrology, yoga, tarot card reader, you should know the seasons, even if you're not a witch. But if you are a witch, it helps you in your practice. If you're not a witch and you're just becoming more spiritual and you just follow the seasons, following energies such as Mercury retrograde is very important, because it helps you understand yourself. It helps you understand where your mindset is at. Like I said, with that being said, if you're looking at it from a perspective that, I shouldn't do this because, Mercury is retrograde, then that's what you're going to get. But if you're looking at something in a different perspective and you're like, today I need to do the spell for somebody. Somebody purchased a spell kit for me, or somebody purchased a love spell, or needs a love spell, or needs a career spell. I really need to do this. Then you find the way. Cleanse your space. Mercury from outside is not going to involve. It doesn't involve your intention. What's protecting or crafting or energizing or consecrating that spell or putting the intention in that spell is the intention in your hands, in your hand chakras, and how your chakras are cleansed, or how you're purifying yourself and what you're putting. It's all about your intent. Now, I am not gonna sit here and tell you that I'm, not lighting the candles for my goddesses and the spirits that I work with. I am. I'm always feeding them, even though I don't feed them excessively. Like, I don't feed them every day. I don't light 7-day candles for them because that's just not what they like. They like for me to do their candles for them, and that's how I work. So I light them for a couple of hours. If I'm home, I'm lighting them. If I'm not home, then no one's there to watch them, but I speak to them every day. I speak to my spirits. I wake up and I'm like, you know what? Thank God. Thank all my goddesses. Thanks my angels. Thanks my ancestors. And I thank them. And that's also a way of communicating with them, and keeping in contact with your spirits during Mercury retrograde if you're not doing any spells. So yes, don't get crazy and like allow people to drive you crazy because Mercury is retrograde, so everything stops. No, everything does not fucking stop. You still have to go to work. You still have to communicate with people. You still have to travel. If you're going on a business trip, you're not gonna be like, oh look, cancel my flight, lose $100,000 because look, Mercury is retrograde. No, you're not gonna do that. What you're gonna do is you're gonna harness the energy from Mercury that's retrograding, and if you have to do it, then by all means do it. You're going to take your if you're a witch or if you're a spiritual person and you understand, if you know that Mercury is retrograde, or you know something about the planets, that means you're aligning yourself in some way, shape, or form with the planets, and not just in the solar system, but in our galaxy and beyond. Okay? The universe, multi-dimensional universe. So you're aligning yourself with everything. If you're tapping into your past lives, you're aligning yourself with the universe, because you're now clearing, connecting, repuzzling, redoing things that you possibly didn't get to do in past lives, and connecting them now with this life. That is also important in your ascension. But not to get off topic, back to traveling. If you guys have to travel, if you're going to a party, business trip, whatever the case may be, and you're spiritually aligned, take your, whatever it is you use, holy water, Florida water, take your crystals, take your mojo bags with you, and everything is going to be perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Take your, your traveling altars, sage, your palo santo. Be creative. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. If you align yourself with Mercury retrograde being, the shadow side of Mercury retrograde, that's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna experience this entire time. And if people bring it to you, if let's say somebody wants to argue with you, a coworker, a friend, a family, sister, brother, uncle, whoever, if somebody wants to argue with you, don't give them that attention, because they're either, number one, caught up in the bullshit of Mercury retrograde, number two, just want to start shit, or number three, they're just being psychic vampires to me. So moving along, Mercury is going to be retrograde 4 times this year. Let me see, 4 times. 4 times this year, and around this same time next year, 2017, Mercury is going to be retrograde from January 9th through the 28th on through the 28th? Let's see. No, starting January 9th at 28 degrees Sagittarius. I'm not going to explain to you guys because I'm not an astrologer or an astronomer, however people want to call themselves. I'm just aware of the planets, so I'm not going to go into the degrees and how you find out, blah, 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 unless I get the intuition or my spirits want you guys to know about something, or I feel like, you know what, this is something people need to know, and it will help them in their ascension. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm an astrologer, because I'm not. So around this time next year, January 9th to be specific, at 28 degrees on Sagittarius, Mercury is going to be retrograding. Look in your charts, and I will be making a video about birth charts and moon, sun, and ascending signs. Sometime this week I'll make it. So I'm going to tell you guys the planets or the degrees on the planets that they're going to be. Your job is to look at where Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and Sagittarius are in your chart, and how Mercury retrograde is affecting you, and where in your birth chart it's affecting you. Birth charts are pretty easy to find. They're free. You can do it yourself. If you don't want to do that, you can pay an astrologer to do that. The website that I use, that most people use, is cafeastrology.com or astro.cafeastrology.com, and you can look for the information in there. You could do your birth charts, your natal charts. They also have like daily horoscopes. It's a really cool website. So from the beginning, so from January, we started feeling the retrograde January 5th, but it started January 6th. It was in full retrograde mode on January 6th of this year at 1 degree Aquarius, right? It's going to go direct again January 26th at 15 degrees Capricorn. When the planets go direct, or when these communication planets, especially Mercury, goes direct, it also affects you because it has to go back into full swing or full mode. And whatever effect it's doing, whether it's retrograding or going direct, you'll feel it 3 days after it starts directing or retrograding. Again, April 29th, it's going to retrograde again at 24 degrees Taurus. On May 23rd at 14 degrees Taurus, it's going to go direct. It's going to retrograde again August 31st at 29 degrees Virgo. It's going to go direct September 23rd at 15 degrees Virgo. And it's going to go retrograde again December 20th at 15 degrees Capricorn. And then next year, 2017, it's going to go, I think it's going to go, actually, you know what? It's going to go retrograde December 20th at 15 degrees Capricorn, and it's going to go direct January 9th at 28 degrees Sagittarius. So it's not retrograding the first. I'm bugging out. I gave you guys the wrong information. I don't know what I was thinking. The first few seconds of the video. January 9th, it's going to go direct at 28 degrees Sagittarius next year. So in your birth charts, read your birth charts. Reading birth charts is crazy because it's like four, five, six, 7 pages long sometimes, and it tells you like what planets go where. It gives you a little chart. You got to figure out the chart. It could be a little annoying, but it's important because then you know, number one, where you are in life. You know what your shadow side is. You know what your light side is. Fucking hate that vocabulary. And you will know also the other facets of yourself. Some people feel like, oh, look, I only have, these signs in my chart. No, the fuck you're not. No, the fuck you do not. You don't just have these signs in your chart. All people have signs in their charts, right? It's not just the sun sign, ascendant sign, and the moon sign. That's not your entire chart. You have to look at your birth chart and see how many planets are on your birth chart, and if the sun sign, moon sign, and ascendant sign, if the planets in your sun sign, moon sign, or ascendant sign are the same planets everywhere else in your charts. And check where, also, which is important, when Mercury goes retrograde, check where Aquarius in your birth is in your birth chart. Check where Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Virgo and Sagittarius are in your birth chart, and this will let you know what you're going to be facing when it goes retrograde, what people around you are going to be facing, so that you know that if somebody else is having a rougher time than you are, you know to assist them, because you have your birth chart together, you know your planets, you know the days that it's going to happen. These days are very important for people to put in their calendars. For those of you who started their calendars, I have a calendar. I'm not putting anything that I'm like planning unless it's spells where the planets are during the year. If there's anything very important during the year, I'm not gonna plan, this and this day I'm gonna write in my journal, this and this day I'm gonna do. I don't live my life like that. I feel like that's just constraining to that, because then it's like somebody has to hold your hand, and I don't really like that. Spell work, yeah, it's very important. If I, do my oils, I need to know what day I put them on, what day I need to check the roses or whatever other herbs in there, how to, replace them, do this, do that. I can do that. But if it's, what do you call it? If it is for, I don't know. Oh, for when my clients, readings, when they paid, when I mailed things out, so that I know to check that things have arrived at certain days or certain times. Yeah, I can do that, no problem. But some people just write all sorts of stuff, like, and I'm not trying to fuck with anybody, because to each its own. You do as you wish, you do as thou wilt, but it just doesn't work for me. I can't write down like every step of the way, every step that I'm going to do certain things, because I feel like then it detaches me from my own intuition. Now, I'm going to look online, because the planets are all aligning, and it happens, which I didn't write down. Write them down for my notes. But there's something very important happening, right? Let's see. And I think it already started, maybe. Let me see. All 5 planets will appear together in the morning sky from starting tomorrow, January 20 to February 20. They're going to be, let me see how many planets aligning. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. 5 planets are going to be aligning, okay? This is very important. Because if you're trying to ascend, or you're trying to align yourself or ascend, you want to see, number one, if one of those planets is your sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, where those planets are in your charts, and how it is going to affect you, or what to manifest during these days. This is wonderful, spectacular energy, because not only can you use it to manifest and block the energy from Mercury and it's retrograding, during these days, you can actually manifest really good things, whether it be prosperity, love, career, friendship, tying people down. Spell work is wonderful for these days. Starting tomorrow, even though Mercury is still retrograding, but the focus is not so much on Mercury. It's going to be on Venus, Saturn, Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter. And they're gonna stay aligned from January 20 to January 20 to February 20. Also, if you know anything about portals, or if you want to research about this alignment, because I'm not going to go into too much detail, because like I said, I'm not an astrologer, I'm not an astronomer, but you guys should really look into what it means in your chart, where you are in your charts, what you're trying to manifest, and harness that energy and manifest it. If you are trying to consecrate certain things, this will be perfect timing. If you want to ask for certain things, this will be perfect timing. Now, if people are wanting to start businesses, and Mercury is going to be retrograde until like what, the 26th or something like that. What did I say? I think it was the 26th. The 26th, let me see. I don't want to give you guys the wrong information, but I feel like it's the 26th of January. Yes, I'm on my computer trying to figure shit out. On the 25th. So yes, it's from the 5th to the 25th, Mercury is retrograde. Now, due to the fact that the planets are aligning, which is it's beautiful, and if you guys have a telescope, if you guys want to go check things out, if you have a computer, you always can log things in and look at what's happening in the universe. We have technology for that nowadays. You could get applications that tell you this information. Due to the fact that the planets are aligning and you have all these other energies, the energy of Mercury retrograde is not going to hit you if you start a business after January 20, because you're harnessing energy from all these other planets that have your back, especially if those planets, like my one of my main planets, or my sun planet, my main planet is Venus. You want to be able to harness in the energy, start your business, because since it's starting January 20th until February 20, the energies are not going to be so rough on your business. And let's say when all the planets are, or when Mercury starts aligning itself, all the energies are going to be running smoothly. Mercury going direct again is going to go smoothly. It's not going to hit you as much. I feel. You may think otherwise. You may feel like, you know what, Madeline, I'm going to wait until January 25th because you crazy, girl. Maybe I should wait 3 days after that, and then I can manifest. But like I said, since there's so many other planets at play, there's always other planets at play. But this spectacular, I don't know, manifestation of the universe is wonderful. I think it hasn't happened in since 2005 or something. Yeah, since January 2005, it has not happened. So get those manifestations ready. Stop thinking about Mercury retrograde, this, da-da-da-da. Nothing's going to happen, that. No, you're better than that. We're manifesting here. We're alchemists. We are witches here. We are light workers, whoever calls themselves light workers, whatever suits your boat. Luciferian, Satanist, whatever it is that you are, a Christian, a Buddhist, a Muslim, whatever it is that you consider yourself to be, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do whatever it is that fits you. It doesn't matter. Love yourself, align yourself with the planets, see where you are with the planets, and just try to do the best you can with not bombarding yourself, not trying to speed up your ascension plan, and just when you guys first start ascending or opening your third eye or meditating, work with the planets so that you feel the motions of the planets. Don't just want to go from point A to point B to point Z and you just missed a fucking third of the alphabet. That's not how that works. Because the faster you ascend, I feel like the faster people ascend and the faster people tap into certain things, the crazier the possibility, the greater the possibility that the people might end up going crazy, because the world is not as it's made out to be when you were a little kid. And it's kind of like a child awakening to adult, to being an adult, but you're still that 5-6 year old, and you still need to nurture that 5 and 6 year old as you're going up to being an adult. That's kind of like what ascension is to me. So don't speed up the process, but I'm just giving you guys some information. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I will be recording 7:25 now, but I will be recording the videos for the yearly forecast that I have not done. I'm missing, like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5, possibly 6. I'm not quite sure, of the videos that I need to make. And I'll be uploading at least 1 or 2 tonight. So sorry you guys for the delay, but I've been really, really busy. And blessings and love to all of you guys. And I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.